speech today, the title is Bringing Attention to Neglect, the Importance of Awareness in Addressing Child Abuse. Her willingness to share her own story is really powerful, and I'm grateful that you have done that all this time, Jocelyn. Her interests and talents are for the arts and performing arts. She spoke last year as well on the topic of child abuse, and she recently published the first essay in the Jackson Grown Leadership Essay Series about the topic. She has been accepted to attend the University of Memphis, Lambeth to pursue nursing. Please welcome Jocelyn Gargus.
Hi, thank y'all for coming, and I do apologize because this is like a little long, so just bear with me. Okay. Where is my mom? When is the next meal going to be? Will I ever get to eat it all? How can I make sure my brother has what he needs? No child should be concerned about things like this, but for me this was normal because these were constant, legitimate concerns. Every day I was forced to make decisions I was not prepared to make, but I had to adapt and provide for myself and my brother. Hearing that I was being abused was shocking because I had not known differently. My mind has grown accustomed to these treatments, and I conceptualize abuse like most other people do. Even if my life did not resemble the typical girl my age. Even as a victim of abuse, I was not informed of the full extent of child abuse, which meant I never knew how serious my problem was. Understanding the full scope of child abuse is essential so that other people do not live like I did for so long, unaware that there are formal ways to get help. Child abuse is any form of maltreatment by an adult which is violent or threatening for the child. The Federal Child Abuse Prevention and Treatment Act defines child abuse and neglect as any recent active failure to act on the part of a parent or caretaker that results in immediate risk or of serious harm. Both of these definitions encompasses the commonly held beliefs about the dangers of violence or exploitations of children, and they are certainly serious problems. As aspects of the definitions that often go unnoticed are just as important, a caregiver's failure to act can just be as detrimental as their intentional harmful actions. While this may not leave bodily evidence of abuse, the mental toll it takes can be deeply damaging, whether it takes the form of physical harm, prolonged abuse with no provisions, or verbal onslaught abuse as staggering preventional. As many as 1 in 7 children experienced child abuse or neglect in 2001, with a report of abuse happening around every 10 seconds. The commonality of abuse is shocking based on numerical data alone, but the detrimental impacts of abuse on developing a later life experiences further intensifying the problem. According to the various research, children who have been abused are higher risk for depression, suicide, drug, and alcohol abuse. Intimate partner violence or sexual and reproductive health problems. Thinking about this at a micro level may show the scope of the problem, but considering it by individual case emphasizes its severity. Victims of abuse endure intense difficulty and are left to live with its considerably consequences. Life becomes a journey of overcoming your past and healing from something unjustly received. Constantly aware of the odds stacked against you to thrive. For me, every time my mom was gone for weeks at a time, yelled at me or insulted me, I felt these emotional and physical impacts. I would do anything and everything to get my mom's validation. I experienced intense anxiety surrounding my performance on tests because my mother's voice echoed in my head, reminding me I was not good enough. Her disparaging comments continued, building in severity until at the mere age of 12, she told me I should kill myself. My mental health was shattered. My feelings of worthlessness consumed me and impacted me, not only my personal life, but my school performance as well. I hated who I was, and this took a toll on me. I stopped eating. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror because I hated what I saw. I was plagued by depressive thoughts. I was only a child. Nobody, especially a child, should be subjected to these experiences. While I was not left with physical marks on my body, suffering at the hands of my mother, did deep damage. Understanding the variety of experiences with abuse is vital because the harm it does goes far beyond the moment it happens. Please call 877-237 0004 to report suspect child abuse or neglect. This anonymous 24-hour hotline is available 365 days a year and is a vital source of aid for abuse victims. Inaction from unawareness is no longer an excuse. The time is now to act. Thank you.